A lot of people ask us here at Pitch Black, should I get an advisor or mentor for my startup? And if yes, how do I find the right ones? And the short answer is yes. I always lean on my advisors and mentors for the businesses that I build, and I don't know what I would do without them. But I've also had other advisors that have been huge distractions to me and have led me down the wrong path. So it can be really detrimental. And I often say to people that it is better to have no mentor than to have a really shit one. And so I want to go through in this video some things that you can look out for to know that you've got the right people around you and giving the right advice. So firstly, a lot of people forget to do this. Check out their track record, right? If you're building a particular type of company, you want to be being advised by other people who have built a really big version of that company. Whether it's software, say it's a tech startup, definitely want someone with experience there, or it might be in a specific industry like medical or education. So finding someone who has had some wins in that space and actually built a successful company and ideally sold it, but at least have something big in the market in that space. That's the first filter. I reckon 99% of people get that wrong in the first place. They're getting advice from an advisor that actually hasn't done the thing that you're trying to do, and it's very dangerous. Secondly, look out for advisors that want to give advice without any data points. So when you're sitting and having a conversation with a potential mentor, they should be acting in a more of a scientific way. They shouldn't just give advice based on their gut feeling, because that can be very dangerous and push you down the wrong path. So it's your job to feed data points to them around how things are going with marketing or sales or anything financial. You need to actually give them really good information so that they can give you the proper advice back, but be wary of people who just fling around advice without any data points. It's very dangerous. The next thing is, be careful of the mentors that hang out at every single startup event. If someone has time to go to 2 or 3 events a week supporting early stage startups and ideas, you have to wonder, how can they be that successful if they have that much spare time to give back? We all want to give back and help other people, but if they're at every single event, you have to wonder, when are they actually building their own companies? So we've seen a lot of people get the wrong advice from that type of mentor, and make sure you keep an eye out for it. And lastly, don't rush. Getting an advisor or a mentor should be exactly like the way you treat a romantic relationship. You don't get married on the first date, and you have to take your time. So it is good sometimes just to have very casual relationships with people, catch up for coffee, get a bit of advice, but you don't have to formalize things too early. You don't have to give them ownership in your company. Like, they can really prove themselves before that. Just take it slow. And what you'll actually find is that the more you prove up your business and the better that you do, you actually start attracting a higher caliber of mentor or advisor once you get past a certain tipping point. So if you spend all of your time doing this at the start, you're often going to end up with the wrong ones. So sometimes it's just good to wait, get some runs on the board, and then you'll start attracting some pretty serious people who can actually help to take you to the next level.